Good morning, Warwick Saints, and welcome to our Wednesday morning video. I'm going to update you on some prayer requests and also give you a short word. First, let's continue to pray for Ron and Ann Harvey. They're still going through the process of getting testing and results and upcoming surgeries, so let's just keep them in prayer. Let's continue to pray for Shirley Fricks. She's still having some back pain. She is feeling better, but she's still dealing with a little pain, so let's keep her in prayer. And this morning, Deborah Fuller had texted me, letting me know, asking me to pray for Sheila McMillan. She had gone to Riverside to get a heart catheterization done. And so as I prayed, she had texted me back saying that, letting me know that she had come through the catheterization. There are no blockages, so that's good news. I'm praising God for that. But we need to still continue to pray for her to begin feeling better. This morning, the message I want to talk to you all about is about entering God's rest. And so for the past several weeks, I have found myself in particular frazzled, frustrated, and overwhelmed by having 4 kids worth of schoolwork, keeping all the kids entertained at home, and having to do my normal life's work. And so maybe you have found yourself frazzled in the same way, maybe with grandkids or whoever you are taking care of right now. Or maybe you have found yourself frazzled because you just want to see the ones you love again. Or maybe you have something worrying you or something concerning you, and you have found yourself frazzled and overwhelmed because we are staying at home, because we are quarantined during the season. Well, what God simply whispered to me is what He is also whispering to you. He is saying, rest in me. Psalm 46 verse 10 says, be still and know that I am God. And so while being at home, I have become overwhelmed with stuff that is happening in the world right now, stuff that's happening in the country, stuff that's happening in our state of Virginia, stuff that's just normal day-to-day family stuff. I find myself overwhelmed with that stuff that I had to literally lay it down before the Lord. And sometimes I find myself these days having to do it daily, having to lay these things down daily, because I had to be still and know that He is God. And what's interesting is some different translations say, be quiet and know, or they say, stop striving and know. And another translation says, stop fighting and know. Because I think in our lives, we strive in many ways. Mentally, we think too much. We worry too much. We have these questions of, how am I going to figure this out? So mentally we strive, and then physically we strive by working, by trying to do everything right, by doing. All while God is saying for us to be still and know that He is God. Because as humans, we all find it very easy to do things, to manage things in our own strength. We feel like we must figure it out about the economy, what's going to happen. about the states opening up. Should we open up? Should we wait? About our jobs, about bills, about finances, about our children, about our families. We're always trying to figure out how to work that out. But God is saying today to know that He is God and we are not. And so some days, even though it may look or feel like it's not okay, believe me, I know what that's like. But with God, it is going to be okay. Because when we are still and we know that He is God, we rest. We rest because we know He is in total control. And He holds you and me in the very palm of His hand. And the Bible tells us that. And the Bible also says that no one can snatch us out of God's hand. We know also He will take care of us. And we know no matter what happens today, what happens tomorrow, or even next week, we have complete security and peace in Jesus. Psalm 91 verse 1 says this: "Whoever dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty." We know we have that blessed assurance, that secure assurance of rest when we know He is God. The one, think about this, the one who spoke with His mouth and all creation came to be. The one who feeds and clothes the birds of the air and the lilies of the field. The one who takes care of all of that will also take care of you and me. Jesus tells us something in Matthew 11, verse 28. He says, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest." So let me ask you, what are you overwhelmed by today? What is it that is weighing heavy on your heart today? Let me encourage you, whatever that thing is, come to Jesus and rest in Him. Lay it all down like I have to almost every day. Lay it all down before Him. Just right now, right where you are, I encourage you to lay it down. Because when we come to Him, we can be still and know that He is God. And when we are still, we rest in Him. And so lots of times in our own thoughts, our thoughts try to tell us that we have to be a certain way before we can come to Jesus. And that just is not true. And so Jesus simply says, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest." Jesus says, "Come to me. Rest in me," is what I believe He's saying today. So I want to encourage you with that today. Lay it down. Come to Him. Find that security. Find that peace resting in the arms of your Savior. All right, that's it for today, and I hope you are blessed by these videos. Again, comment below and let us know what God's speaking to you. Let us know any praise reports you have. It was good communicating with you in this way, and I hope you are blessed. Thank you.